welcome back to another video. My name is Marie if you are new here, and I'm a stay-at-home mama of 4 kids from Georgia, and today I'm sharing my 6 a.m. morning routine. I almost didn't share this video. I was on the fence about sharing it because of how real it is. I'm leaving in a lot of the audio. It's very realistic. Nothing is staged. My house is also still a wreck from the day before because I was just too tired to clean it, and it was one of those days where I just want to sleep with a messy house. Every night before we go to bed, the kids will pick their toys up and I will do the dishes and clean up from dinner, but we don't always go to bed with a spotless house. And I really think that it is important to show these types of routines where your house is not completely spotless, everything is not perfect, the lighting is not on point. This is what our real morning routine looks like when we get up. It is still pitch black dark outside, and we don't like to turn on the bright lights. It honestly just gives me a headache and makes my morning start out terrible if I begin my day with a headache. So we just use lamps and low lighting, and it's just relaxing and helps us to just have a chill morning. So my girls get up around 6, and then I get up at 6:15 because they just get up and start dressing themselves. I lay out my 6-year-old and my 5-year-old's clothes for school the night before, so everything is ready to go. And so they get up and get dressed, and then I head into my boys' room. And my 2-year-old, he always wakes up when the kids are getting ready for school, but he usually will lay there and go back to sleep. So I'll just bring him a cup of milk and go ahead and change his diaper. Sometimes he'll go to sleep, and sometimes he'll just lay there for like 30 minutes and then get up for the day. And I sleep in just a t-shirt, so whenever I get up, I like to throw on something comfortable. Usually I'll go ahead and put on something that I can work out in, and that really motivates me to get my morning exercise in. And I have this hair caddy for my 5 and 6-year-old. I just put all of their hair products in it, and I typically keep it in my bathroom, but sometimes it gets left out on the counter, and this is one of those days where it got left out on the counter the night before. So I just brought it into the living room, and my kids will have a little bit of tablet time when they're completely ready for school and they're just kind of waiting on the bus. They just kind of play on their tablet for 10 or 15 minutes before school. And I have 3 alarms that go off on my phone in the morning. I have the one that wakes me up at 6:15, which usually I'm awake before then because I hear the commotion of the kids. And then I have one 10 minutes before the bus and one 5 minutes before the bus.
Where's your jacket? Is it in your book bag? Is it your book bag?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it in there?
What is in my...
No, it's not in there. Where's your jacket? Why is Belle's water bottle in your book bag?
When I say I lay the kids' clothes out for school the next day, I usually lay out everything. Socks, the jacket, and everything. And usually on Mondays is when I'll have their jacket laid out by the door with their book bags. We'll take our book bags into our bedrooms on the weekends, and then we put them back into the living room by the front door on the weekdays. Occasionally, my kids will leave their jacket at school, and so I will have to go and find them something else to wear. So I went back in his room and got him a little shacket to wear. It's been warm this week. We've been having 70-degree days. It has been so nice. So as soon as the kids get on the bus, I run to my coffee maker. So I'm going to go ahead and make me some French vanilla frothed coffee. And then I like to spend some devotional time. So I just wanted to show y'all how my house is looking. I did do the dishes the night before, but sometimes they don't all fit in the dishwasher, and I will just leave them in the sink and deal with them in the morning. So I do have some dishes left over that did not fit in there and just mess all over the house. But for the most part, the kids did pick their toys up, but I did not completely clean the kitchen before I went to bed the night before. So we're going to go ahead and have some coffee and listen to my Bible, and then we are going to go head into my room and edit for a little while until my 2-year-old gets up for the day. If you have a Ross local to you, I would definitely check them for women's devotionals or devotionals in general. My local Ross usually has really good ones. I know that Amazon has devotionals, but I have been listening to YouVersion app, and it just reads the Bible to you. So I will listen to a few chapters in the morning when I'm having my coffee, and it's just a really good time for me to just sit down and have some time with the Lord. So it's just the Holy Bible YouVersion app for Android. I don't know what it would be called on Apple phones, iPhones, but this is the one that I use, and it shows me a daily quote also, which I really love.
When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Then they asked him, "Where is your father?" "You do not know me or my Father," Jesus replied. "If you knew me, you would know my Father also." "Die in your sin. Where I go, you cannot come. How can you say that we shall be set free?" Jesus replied, "Many believed in him." To the Jews who had believed him, Jesus said, "If you hold..." Therefore, the Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. Jesus heard that they had thrown him out, and when he found him, he said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" "Who is he, sir?" the man asked. "Tell me so that I may believe in him."
We recently had time changed, and I have not changed the time on the baby monitor yet, but the baby monitor says it's 6:30, but it's really 7:30, and Jackson is starting to kind of move around. I don't think he went back to sleep. Usually the kids get on the bus around 7, and then he will go back to sleep until about 8 o'clock, or sometimes he will get up between 7:30 and 8. So I hear him starting to move around, and once he gets up, I will let him have a little bit of quiet time as well and give him his tablet, or we will turn on a show, and I will go ahead and get started on some breakfast. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wake up my house. I love to go around and open up all of the blinds. And there is just something about the sound of the birds in the morning. I love that sound. So I just stepped outside and got some fresh air and watched the sunrise. Now I'm gonna head back in my room and go ahead and make my bed up. I don't always make my bed first thing in the morning, but it definitely sets a mood for my day. It makes me feel productive and ready to tackle the day, and less likely to try to crawl back in the bed when Jackson takes a nap. There are definitely days where I have crawled back in the bed and took a little nap with Jackson. That's very rare when that happens, but I have definitely done that before. So I just found my cozy socks and slipped those on. We're gonna head into Jackson's room and get him up and open up his curtains, change his diaper again, and we are gonna head in the kitchen to start some breakfast.
You see that fire? Put your passy in the sink. Good job, love. See banana. No, we're not having crackers for breakfast. You want a banana and cereal?
Yeah.
What kind of cereal do you want? You want this come with marshmallows? Or Cheerios? Marshmallows? Marshmallows. Mama, open your banana. Here, baby. Your banana. You're welcome.
My go-to breakfast is fried eggs, and I will sometimes have a fried egg sandwich with cheese and mayonnaise. Sometimes I'll just have fried eggs with salt and pepper. Sometimes I'll have fried eggs with salt, pepper, and a little bit of the everything bagel seasoning. It really just depends on my mood what I make for breakfast, but usually 9 times out of 10 it includes eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself and Jackson some eggs. He already had a little bit of cereal and a banana, but I'm also gonna make him an egg and cut up a kiwi. We usually will have strawberries or blueberries, but we are out, and so the only fruit we had on hand this day was kiwis. So we went ahead and cut those up. We're gonna go ahead and take our vitamins, and then the other kids, I can never remember to give them their vitamins in the morning, so I put their vitamins on their dinner plate in the evenings, and usually I'll just go ahead and give my 2-year-old his vitamin in the morning when I take mine.
Jackson, come eat, Bubba. Did you eat your vitamin? Yeah, what's that? I made you some kiwi. Yeah. You want some apple juice? You like your kiwis? Roar, dinosaur monster. My goodness. You like your kiwi? You want me to put your kiwi on your fork? Look, you scoop it. I put it on there. Boop. It's on there. You hold it. Careful. Good job.
Hey.
Directly after breakfast, when I have a minute, I will start some laundry. Just whose ever laundry needs to be done that day. We're a family of 6, so our laundry gets insane. But there is often times where I do not complete the laundry. My goal is to complete 1 load a day from start to finish, but that does not always happen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the girls' laundry started, and then I'm gonna head back into the kitchen and find a morning activity for my 2-year-old. I always make it a point to do a morning activity so he doesn't get bored. And the fingerprints all over my dishwasher just showed you how real this video really is. My appliances are not always spotless. That is just some fingerprints from my kids from the night before and from today. So let's go ahead and get started with this fun activity for my 2-year-old.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh.
This one goes in purple. Good job.
When you have littles at home, you really have to be creative with making sure that they are having fun and they are not bored. Even though they are too young to go to school, they can still do activities like this. So I just took some clothespins and put cotton balls on there, and we're learning about the colors yellow, purple, and blue. So every time he uses one of the colors, I just point out what color he's using and he tries to say the colors. And he did really, really good with this activity, and he had so much fun.
Take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me want to try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else rest of our time. And I know
see your hand. Clean. Say clean up. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody, do your share. It's a knuckle. Get your cup. Get your cup. Good. Set it up.
All the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.
Let's put them in the closet. Good job. Close the door, baby. Close the door. You gonna play with that? Okay. Close the door. Here's a ball. Push it in. Get the ball.
I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts.
After we've done our morning activity, my 2-year-old just kind of plays while I get the disaster of the kitchen cleaned up from the mess from the night before if I didn't finish, and the mess from breakfast. It all just piles up and builds up. So I'm going to go ahead and unload the dishwasher. I always run the dishwasher the night before. So the dishes that were left in the sink, they just didn't fit in the dishwasher. And then we also have breakfast dishes now piled up on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and unload my dishwasher from the night before, load it up and clean the counters and just get my kitchen back to square one. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump into my exercise. And usually I will do my exercise when my 2-year-old is taking a nap, and sometimes when I'm just feeling more motivated, I will go ahead and knock it out while he's still awake. And he thinks I'm dancing, so he'll come over there and dance around with me, and it is the cutest thing.
When you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here.
So usually I try to do a dance workout on YouTube, nothing particular specific, just whatever I find that I want to do. And it's okay if you don't do the dance moves perfect, but I just love to motivate you guys to move your bodies too, and just to get up and get that heart rate moving and your blood flowing and just have fun with it. And I also will do sit-ups and other things, but I just try to be active and try to fit in a quick workout in the mornings. So Jackson is just going to dance along with me, and then usually right after my exercise I will go ahead and change my clothes if I get too sweaty, and I will wear something else. But then I'm going to put him to bed right after he has some lunch. So we are definitely going to work up an appetite, eat some lunch, and lay him down for a nap. And that's pretty much our morning. But I really appreciate y'all being here and watching. I'm just going to do some editing during nap time. And that's pretty much what my mornings look like. I am not perfect and I will never claim to be. I'm just a normal mama living a normal life. So I hope that I can motivate and inspire other mamas to get up and exercise, to get up and do your daily chores. That is what I love to do here on my channel. If you are new, I would love to have you if you want to go ahead and subscribe. And I can't wait to hear from y'all in the comments, and I'll see y'all in my next one.